Millennials have become the largest segment of our workforce and are quickly becoming the largest segment of U.S. voters. And while they are very negative about Washington, one of their own is trying to change that. Here's our Power Player of the Week.
No, I wasn't scared. I wanted to get some accomplishments under my belt.
That's Elise Stefanik explaining why she turned me down for a Power Player profile 2 years ago, when at age 30 she became the youngest woman ever elected to Congress.
I wanted to make sure that my first impression to my colleagues is that I am a workhorse. I invest myself in learning about the policy issues, and I add substantive ideas to the discussion.
I rise today in strong support of the conference report for the National Defense Authorization Act.
Representing Fort Drum in upstate New York, Stefanik is a member of the House Intelligence and Armed Services Committees. And as a Republican, she wrote a change to Obamacare that President Obama signed.
There you go.
I wrote and passed the largest fix to our health care law in my first term. We need a new direction.
Running on the slogan, "New Ideas and New Leadership," Stefanik campaigned on people's frustration with Congress.
I would ask every group that I met with, raise your hand if you think Washington is broken. Every hand would go up.
Part of the answer, use technology and transparency to make Congress more accountable.
I used the example of posting votes on Facebook. That's using a new tool to reach out directly to constituents and hear back from them on every single vote. That's something every member should be doing.
Is there any pinch-me quality of that you are a United States Congresswoman?
There are pinch-me moments every day when I walk in and see the Capitol Dome.
Stefanik started in politics a while ago.
I ran for student council secretary in 6th grade, and I ran on the platform of bringing a snack machine, and that is very popular among...
I was going to say, I figure you won.
I won.
She worked 2 years in the Bush 43 White House on domestic policy.
And that's the approach I'll bring to Washington.
Then in 2014, she ran for Congress.
How much pushback did you get? You're too young, you're too inexperienced.
I got a lot of pushback initially. Very few people took me seriously. Paul Ryan actually was one of the individuals that encouraged me and gave me great advice. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use it in that ratio. Listen to what voters' concerns are.
Stefanik won her swing district by 22 points, and last year was re-elected by 35 points.
Is it true that when you first got here, you got stopped a lot?
I did. And I still get stopped about once a month, going back and forth to the Florida vote. And if I wasn't wearing my pin, there would be many votes that I would have missed.
Stefanik is not just young, she's a maverick, often bucking the party line. She voted against the GOP tax bill this week because it eliminates the state and local income tax deduction important to New Yorkers. And that's not all.
I've introduced the Republican resolution that climate change is happening, and we need to find a solution.
While Stefanik has had an impressive start in Congress, she doesn't plan to be there forever.
I do think institutionally Congress benefits from having a churn of new members and new ideas. So I don't see myself being here for 25, 30 years.
But maybe 15 or 20.
I don't know. I'm thinking, you know, every 2-year cycle. I need to go out there and make sure that I continue to earn the support from my constituents.
And yes, we did discuss sex harassment in Congress. While Stefanik says she hasn't experienced it, she supports mandatory harassment training for members of Congress and their staff. And that's it for today. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Fox News Sunday.